Hello and welcome to my intro video for week 3. And if you have already read the syllabus, then you should know that this week we're going to be looking at Jesus as the teacher. And as I've been trying to do each week as I provide these intro videos, I'm trying to find some kind of theme or connective thread that binds all the different topics that we'll be looking at. So for Jesus as teacher, although that's really the only thing we're looking at, one of the ideas I want to draw out for you all is this idea of Jesus's authority. And if you were to look at sometimes how the crowd responds, particularly in Matthew, I believe it is, you see Jesus teaching and the crowd responding by saying, this person does not teach like the other teachers teach. He teaches as one who has authority. And this idea of authority is something that you not only see in Jesus's teachings, but it's also something that's experienced in Jesus's mastery over nature. So he multiplies the 5 loaves and the fishes and feeds the 5,000. I'm not sure if I have the number right on that, but he cries out, Lazarus, come forth from the dead, and he walks on water and he stills the waters and he heals people. He restores sight to the blind and so forth. And so this is Jesus demonstrating his mastery, his authority over nature. And the idea is that the crowds experience that authority in his teachings. Now, what Jesus is doing primarily as he's teaching the crowds is he's telling them about the kingdom, which is at the heart of the ministry that he is actually bringing. And the kingdom is about restoring creation to its original order and design and beauty that it had at the time that God created everything. And so when Jesus is teaching and he's teaching about the kingdom, the crowds, the people, experience that reality of the kingdom through his teachings in their midst, and they experience the kingdom as he speaks to nature and exercises authority over nature, and they demonstrate that nature is indeed being restored by this authority that he has. Okay, so now a couple of logistical things. I would like you all to get caught up by week 4. So we'll call week 4 a kind of semi-soft, hard deadline, and then week 5 is a hard deadline. And the reason why I want it that way is because between week 5 and 6, I'm going to be doing a lot of grading the stuff for week 5 as well as all the late stuff that you all are getting in, so that when week 6 rolls around, I have all that stuff done and I can focus on your signature assignments. There is a lot of students that I have and a lot of papers I'm going to be reading. I'm not really going to have time to grade your late work after that point. So I need week 5, between week 5 and 6, to have all your stuff turned in so I can really focus on grading those things, so that after week 6, again, I'm focusing on your signature assignments. So as you already know, I think I've communicated this both verbally and in emails that I sent. I'm quite flexible with deadlines. Both you and I are kind of figuring out this online thing together, so I'm being extra flexible in many ways. But there are certain things, again, that I have to be a little more hard and rigid about in order to manage this class well. So that's what I'm communicating to you right now. Now, talking about weeks, I want to clarify. See this little drawing I have right here? You can see it says week 3 in the top, and yet in this drawing you can see I have both a week 2 right here and a week 3 right here. What I'm trying to do is illustrate the dynamics of how all the work that you need to get done, both in the syllabus and online, relates to this Hinge Day Monday, which is supposed to be the day that we're meeting, although we are not actually meeting because this class is actually asynchronous. And yet I'm trying to post these intro videos on Monday. So anyways, backing up. So you have week 2, and you can see these items that I've listed right here. The syllabus assignments. Now, these syllabus assignments right here are actually listed under the 3rd week of your syllabus. But the idea is during week 2, you're supposed to be doing these week 3 syllabus assignments in preparation for the class that we have on Monday, right? So all of these things right here, these syllabus assignments, are preparation for week 3. They're week 3 preparation items. And then we have Monday, which is the hinge, which is, this intro video that I'm giving you right here. And then you have the online stuff that you're supposed to do after the Monday. So between the Monday and the Sunday, you're supposed to do all this online stuff. And so the online stuff for week 3 is the forum impressions of Matthew. It's the faculty notes, Jesus as a teacher. There's a 6-part series on Jesus's parables. There's the prodigal son in 3 worlds, and the retelling of the prodigal son. That's something that you all get to do. So you get to be a little creative. I don't know why I spun my fingers like that. Then there's also the Sermon on the Mount forum and the Finally forum, right? So this is all the stuff between this Monday, today, and next Sunday that you're supposed to be working on. These things you were supposed to have been working on last week in preparation to this week right here. And the stuff from last week, again, is the 3 worlds presentation, the 3 worlds video, and the parables worksheet. But if you haven't finished that yet, like I said, I'm being very flexible. I understand we're all trying to get our orientation to this, but that's how the rhythm is supposed to work. If you don't have, if I'm still not clear, pardon me, then you could just send me a question via email, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. Okay, I think that's enough about that right now. Let me see, I have my handy dandy agenda right here. Oh yeah, a resource I want to point you all to is called the Bible Project, which you can find both as a channel on YouTube, as well as these people have their own web page. And the resources that I want you to use, or that I want to point you to, can be found in both of those places, on YouTube and on their web page. Particularly, I'm going to draw your attention to these short animated teaching videos. And within that, I'm looking at particularly Matthew. There's 2 Matthew videos, one in Matthew 1 through 13, and another one in Matthew 14 through 28. I think that will be very helpful because a large part of this class is driven by Jesus' teachings and ministry as it's presented in Matthew. There's also another one in the thematic series called The Gospel of the Kingdom, and another one called The Messiah, Jesus the Messiah. And so I think if you watch these videos, each one is somewhere between like 5 to 8 minutes, I would say. It would kind of help introduce you to the major themes that we are touching upon this class. It provides a very good visual, kind of gives you an overview to help you have these kind of hooks to hang the information that we're giving you through this class, both in the videos that I create and the lectures that we direct you to, in the outlines that I've been sending to you, the content in the emails and my responses to the forums, all that kind of stuff that we're exposing you to. I think if you look at these brief videos, they'll kind of give you a thematic overview and a kind of way to categorize and these hooks, like I said, to hang all this information on. I think that's it for now, and we're right at 7.5 minutes, which is pretty good for an intro video. As you might have noticed, I have not yet gotten those other videos that I wanted to you, my lectures. I'm working on that. You can expect those shortly. Bye.